everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and welcome to Look Back. This is where I go back a year, 5 years, and 10 years ago and tell you about the reviews I did then and what I think about the games now. Although in this particular video, nothing from 10 years ago. Let's go back to last year. I reviewed Banquet Royal. Man, I really wanted to like this game. It looks so pretty. You know, as you're placing down different pieces of food on this table, on this banquet. It's a cool theme, but wow, it's just random and lucky. Didn't like it at all. Are you a human? This is some sort of game that's again, it's about putting things down. It's a mess. It's one of those small little games that it's supposed to determine whether you're a robot or a human. Well, humans won't play the game. Then there's Jurassic Park Danger. This is a big deal. This was a game that has the Jurassic Park intellectual property on it. It's okay. I didn't dislike it. You know, you're running around the island. One person's playing the dinosaurs, and I think that person has a little bit more fun than the other players, maybe. And again, it's kind of lucky. It's just, it's neat to see this theme put on the game. It's based on the original Jurassic Park, but again, it just comes out okay. Then we have Lagoon Ease. This was a good little kids games with little eyeballs peeking out at you. I thought, or I'm sorry, not eyeballs, but as you're spinning it, trying to look through these holes, trying to catch fish. I Spy Dig In. This is another kids game. Looks like breakfast cereal for pieces. Just, you know, find the right pieces in this bowl of all these different pieces. I like that concept. Get Lit. This is a silly little dynamite game in which you are trying to make these fuses of these dynamite longer or take one. And so it's kind of this push your luck style game. And I thought it worked really well. Very light but fun. And Mutant Crops. Mutant Crops is a very small game. Maybe some two small pieces in it. But this is, you know, it's the theming of it, getting these crops with that are mutating and stuff. You know, that's fine. It's a weird little theme. But the gameplay itself is fun. It has a feel of almost a bigger Euro game that's condensed down. All right, 5 years ago. Whew, okay. First, we'll start with Slash Romance Without Boundaries. Interestingly enough, I still hang on to this game because I pull it out for weird things. But Slash Romance Without Boundaries is basically you take some cards and you have to write some fan fiction about, or like tell a story about who would be dating who, or who would make a good match for who. It's really ridiculous. But if you like Slash fiction, all right, then Mad Cow. This is one of those card games where when you play it, the rules are consistently changing. There's a lot of games that are based on this. There's this very specific genre. If you like it, you'll like this game. Geared. This is about building a bicycle. I gave this one a kind of a better review maybe than I would give it now because I was like, well, at least it's for bicycle people. At least this game might hit people, and it's like Uno. Sure, but it's like Uno, essentially, so, it's okay. I do like the theme of building a bicycle, though. All right, then we have the Capitals. Oh, wow, this is just not for me. A big, nice production, a game in which you are building up your capital. My biggest problem with this game is you can literally end with no points or negative points. And I just felt this whole struggle to get out negative points just wasn't for me. I didn't find that enjoyable at all. Then we have Boss Monster. Now, this game has done exceptionally well over the years, so go figure. I'm just not in the group of people that I think it was made for. It's a game that uses the 8-bit graphics, and you're going through a dungeon. I just found it way too lucky and way too random. But, again, it's outsold my review for sure. Then we have Legends and Lies. This is a decent little game about trying to find, you know, Bigfoot and you know, Loch Ness Monster and stuff like that. It could be a little tighter, I think, it's a card game, a little more complex than I want it to be, but it's okay. Dungeon Dice. This game, the components, the dice probably could have been better quality, but there is a lot of custom dice in this game, and it's basically going through a dungeon by rolling dice. Mount Everest. Man, this is a sequel to K2. I know a lot of people like this game. Basically, you're climbing to the top of a mountain, seeing how far you can get, stopping for, you know, rest and air. It's this interesting game, but I didn't find it like that captivating. I love the theme of it, but the game itself was kind of just, you know, see how far you can push up this mountain. Then we have Hot Tin Roof. This is a game about cats going across roofs. There's a really neat mechanism there. The game itself is, you know, okay production. It's one of Mayfair's, you know, when Mayfair was just producing a lot of okay games. And cats running across roofs. Like I said, an interesting idea. It just never really took off, I think. It's okay. That seems to be the theme of this one. Then we have Pack of Heroes. This is a 2-player game where I have a bunch of heroes in front of me fighting against a bunch of heroes of you. I like the theme. I like the superhero nature of the whole aspect of it. And the gameplay is okay. It's a decent gameplay, just nothing that I would get that excited about. And 5 years later, I'm like, Snorta. That sounds like a different game. This is a game where you're making animal sounds. And I think it's okay, but I found with some groups, especially with kids or teenagers, this game has gone over like gangbusters. It's been out for quite a while. I was looking at a reprint, I think, 5 years ago, but it was out even longer than that, originally from Out of the Box Publishing. Then we have Red. Now, Red's an interesting game. It's a 3-player abstract strategy game where you have colors and circles and trying to match them and put them in together. It doesn't look like much. Probably when you look at this picture here, you're like, I don't know. But I was actually surprised at how much I enjoyed this one. And I think this is one that I don't think I have anymore, but if I came across it, I'd think, oh yeah, let's give this one a whirl. So those are the reviews I did 1 and 5 years ago. I'm Tom Vasel. Until next time, you've been watching the Dice Hour Look Back.